Hello everyone, Nadine here from the Little Boo House, and today I'm going to show you how I made these cute photo transfer ornaments. You can transfer onto wood, metal, chipboard, canvas, and many other surfaces. For my picture, I just printed out an image I found online, and you can also print out a picture of family members to make great gifts. First, I painted some gesso onto a small piece of wood, and making sure I got all of the edges too. Doesn't have to be real thick, just make sure you get it covered well. I used a heat gun to dry a little bit, and then using some soft matte gel from Art Basics by Prima, paint a good coverage over the top of that after the gesso's dry. Getting the edges again. And placing it on top of your picture. Making sure there's no bubbles under there. It's all adhered down, pushing the edges around. Making sure it's adhered really well. And then using just a die cut that I cut from my Silhouette Cameo, and using some 3D gloss gel and adding some glitter into that, mixing it well, and I'm just going to paint that onto the die cut piece. I like to put glitter with the 3D gloss gel because if you like to use glitter, but you don't want the mess of the glitter, how it sticks to everything afterwards, this is the best way to do it, to get that glitter look without having it wear off later where you have sparkles on you all the time. Dry it again, showing you that it doesn't come off, and I did both sides. Then use the heat gun on everything again, just to make sure everything's good and dry, but not overheating. And then spraying some water onto the photo transfer, but don't oversaturate it. If you feel like you got it too wet, you can dab it off with a paper towel. And then just taking your finger and lightly moving your finger around in circles, taking that layer of paper off it. You'll feel it ball up like underneath your finger while you're circling it around. Making sure you get it all off. Get it off the edges. It'll come off of the edges a little bit, and that's fine because you want that distressed look. Once you get it all cleaned up the way you want it, you can dry it a little bit again, making sure it's good and dry. And then I just took some gold paint and went over the edges. And if you use a wink of Stella, I wanted a little bit of extra gold over the top. I love these pens. And then I also used a white one. Just went over some of the white areas on my picture to give that a little bit of a sparkle as well. And then once I got all that done, I take another coat of the soft matte gel along with just a tad of that glitter mixture I made, just to get a little bit of a sparkle in with it and seal your photo transfer back on. Try not to get too many brush strokes in there and get that on there good. You can dry again. Make sure you don't get the heat gun too close, otherwise it will bubble. This one I just used the 3D gloss gel, and that just gives it a nice shiny look. On the Santa one, I used a crackle glaze, and that is what I'm going to do again here. Punching a hole in there, getting my string in there. Just using a glue gun to adhere the chipboard or the wood piece onto the die cut. You can use any kind of a ribbon. I just like these ones that were pre-made already because I'm a terrible bow tire. And then taking some crackle glaze, you can use whatever kind you like. And sure you get it on there pretty good. Most of it is always self-leveling, so you don't have to brush it on there too much. The thicker you get it, the bigger the cracks will be. The thinner, the finer the cracks will be. And this you always want to let dry naturally. You don't want to use a heat gun. A heat gun makes it so you don't get the crackles. And then once it was dry, I just took some distress ink and I rubbed it with a blending tool and rubbed it over the top. So it got in there to give it more of an aged look. And then I was done. If you like what you saw here, please like my video and click subscribe. Thank you!